Monitoring these protests here in town. She joins us now in studio with more. Alexis?
Well, Mike and Kim, like you mentioned, it was a peaceful environment compared to what's been happening across some college campuses right now. But as the rally was ending a couple hours ago, one man had to be escorted by police away from the rally, the event that was happening. The group held a walkout for Free Palestine rally on campus, demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. They are demanding that universities divest from companies with financial ties to Israel and its war with Hamas. One student we spoke with said she wished students on campus would come together for a dialogue, while others say they are just supporting peace.
I feel like nobody should be really killed or anything like that because of like over land and stuff like that. Because I feel like it is over land.
I believe that Palestinians should be free. They should be free from Hamas, a terrorist organization. So if you are really a person for justice and freedom, you'll understand that Hamas is the real enemy, not Israel.
In 2023, the Anti-Defamation League, the leading anti-hate organization in the world, recorded nearly 9,000 anti-Semitic incidents across the country. This represents a 140% increase from 2022.
And at UNR today, demonstrations have been peaceful as well. Protesters are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. On the university and the city of Reno, they are calling for them to stop investing in Israeli companies. The school's police chief praised the protesters.
I do commend them. I commend all of our students, faculty, and staff for their ability to protest. I mean, that's why we have the United States of America. The original protest was the Boston Tea Party. So I really emphasize the fact that our students, faculty, and staff here on campus are good. They're hardworking individuals, and they know where the bounds are of free speech and protest.
A pro-Israeli supporter at the rally claims the protests support Hamas and not the well-being of the Palestinian people.